evaluation chair, fellow speakers and guests. So, New York, New York, so good they named it twice, and I'm sure everybody else has used that pun as well, so I'll maybe think of a different song that some of the younger folks in the room might know, with all due respect to our other attendees. Concrete Jungles, Where Dreams Are Made Of, does anybody know that one? We've got some nods. Oh my God, horrendous. I thought I was going to be by myself with that. Anyway, this speaker obviously had a lot of conviction with New York and the city and the joy that it brought them on their visit. And there was a lot of wordplay in there. It was, the story was woven like a snake charmer, and it had me thinking, where's it going next? It started with the transport and how you get there, the airports, and the distances. There was a lot of metrics. I don't know about everybody else, but I love metrics and statistics. So the distances of the airport from the city centre and the timelines to get into the city centre, talking about JFK, I really enjoyed that. So the speaker opened with the context of what they were going to talk about. So I always look through all of the F's to see if they're being addressed, and then some of the A's as well in the guide, from the guide. And if they are addressed, that's a tick for me when somebody's presenting. So I was ticking off a lot of these things. There was good lighthousing of the audience in between looking down at the notes and making sure that they were on track as well. And the timing was absolutely spot on. I need to put my glasses on now. Yes, utilisation of the body language. 3 airports, not just one, and making sure that we understood where those airports were. As I've already mentioned, the statistics, and then talking about the size difference of New York in comparison to Roth Park. 843 acres! Oh my God, that's enormous. 8 times the size of Roth Park. Can you imagine? I can't imagine, but if we put them side by side, I would guess that it is an enormous difference. There was a pattern interrupting what they said when they talked about snow when they visited, because I wasn't actually sure at the time that this person had visited New York until they then started talking about the Christmas lights and the joy that that brought. So when they started talking about snow, it kind of interrupted my thought process in so much that I was thinking, oh, so it wasn't the summer then, it was winter. And then this speaker went into all the colours of the rainbow. So that was a great play and metaphor for what they were talking about. I really enjoyed that. Some learning points, I'm thinking less notes checking, so looking down. We all do it, we're all guilty of it, to just check the reference points of where we are in our presentation. So less checking of that. I would have also liked to have seen wider or broader or deeper or some more shrill in their voice, and just experiment with going up and down out of the normal voice and vocal range. The tone, the intonation, it was all there. Possibility of more theatrics. I mean, previous speakers in the other contest were very theatrical in how they presented, and I really appreciated that. There was one instance where this speaker talked about the confusion when they arrived on 33rd Street, and then looking around, and it had me thinking, yes, I visited New York, I love the city to visit, couldn't live there, but all of the high-rises and the confusion where all the streets look the same. A bit like Milton Keynes, if anybody's been to Milton Keynes, with the horizontals and the verticals. So many times, I lived there for a number of years, and so many times you're going down a road and you're 180 degrees out of sync, so turn around, opposite direction, 4 miles in that direction. So the use of the body language there to look around as though they were in the city and reliving that, I thought was really inspiring. I love the story incorporating the travel, because we all love to travel. I assume we all love to travel, but seeing the sights. And I was ticking off some of the A's as well as the foundational levels as well. Humour was smattered in there. We all love the humour, don't we? So I love the fact that the confusion over the street names, a lot of people got that humour as well. and then finding your way around the city. I also love the use of the history and the dates, 9/11, the third tower still standing, and I would like to say that this speaker covered the majority of those F's and the A's, so congratulations. I really enjoyed that presentation.